So daily struggles, man therapy, top 5 regrets of the dying. Life at times can be hard, and I think we all are better when we acknowledge that. And so I've tried to blog a little bit about, especially for men, something about me kind of grieves me. I'm 46 years old. I've seen some of my friends over time take their lives, kind of a midlife crisis type thing, and it absolutely depresses me. These are men that I'm talking about, and I'm just trying to unpack, why is it? Why are men doing that? We do need to talk about it. We need to, see therapists, whatever we need to do. And yeah, I don't know if there's anybody in this room, don't do it. There's so many ways you can turn your life around. But I think for men, we do have a hard time, just finding that right connection so we can talk through whatever we're dealing with. So anyway, I unpack a little bit of that there. And then top 5 regrets of the dying. It's a book where this palliative care nurse, hospice nurse, interviewed this myriad of people that were on their deathbed and documented what their regrets were. And by reading this book, you'll think, okay, maybe I don't want to make those same regrets or mistakes as I get older. So, Brian, how am I doing on time? I think we're getting close. Okay, I'm about to land. Oh, I'm about to do what is the meaning of life. This is going to be the closer, and then we're going to do some questions, and you can get some free books. What is the meaning of life? This is I don't know why I decided to do this, but here it is. No, I do know why I did. It's a question, and it probably ties to what I was just talking about before, man therapy, hard things in life, my parents going through what they're going through. It causes you to question what is the meaning of life. So I'm gonna answer this by an author, of course, by a book that I think will kind of spark some thoughts for all of us. So let me get to this next slide. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Has anybody read this book by chance? I'm seeing a lot of hands. If there's maybe one book, all right, it's even probably more important than 4 Disciplines of Execution, is this book. Viktor Frankl was raised in Austria, Jewish, and he was a psychiatrist who, when the Nazi Germany came through, ended up in Auschwitz, the concentration camp. Viktor survived, but most of his family did not, most of his friends did not. And so he came out of the Auschwitz experience, the concentration camp experience, he was at others, and wrote this powerful book called Man's Search for Meaning. It probably is like one of the most powerful books you will ever read. If you haven't read it yet, it's hard, but it's good. But let me read this quote to you from Viktor. This is from the book. And he says, what we really needed was a fundamental change in our attitude toward life. We had to learn ourselves, and furthermore, we had to teach the despairing men that it did not really matter what we expected from life, but rather what life expected from us. We needed to stop asking about the meaning of life, and instead think of ourselves as those who were being questioned by life daily, hourly. Our question must consist not in talk and meditation, but in right action and in right conduct. Life ultimately means taking the responsibility to find the right answers to its problems and to fulfill the tasks for which it constantly sets for each individual. This is a deep quote. Essentially what he's getting at here is that rather than us asking what is the meaning of life, realize that life is asking us what's its meaning daily, hourly, every moment. And we have choices we make. And so Viktor, when he was in these concentration camps, would work with his friends that were still surviving and helping them to the extent they could find meaning, find beauty, find something to hold on to so they could get through. And then my very last slide here is one more from Viktor. So we could say life is meaning, but this one, and I will be done, blows me away. Let me read this quote to you. A thought transfixed me. For the first time in my life, I saw the truth as it is set into song by so many poets, proclaimed as the final wisdom by so many thinkers. The truth that love is the ultimate and the highest goal to which man can aspire. Then I grasped the meaning of the greatest secret that human poetry and human thought and belief have to impart. The salvation of man is through love. Whew, I did love. And so, yeah, the quote gets me. But so, how about this? Life is love. And Viktor saw a lot of, the worst things we can absolutely imagine. So with that, I will close. Life is love. Thanks, everyone.